Hey, what's up guys? Today we're doing a tier list. We're going to be ranking the best Undertale characters in the Rivals Workshop. I have played all of them at this point, and we've made a video on each and every one. So yeah, we're going to be rating them on a few criteria. We'll be looking at their overall quality, their design, how fun they are to play, and how powerful they are. This is all the build-up hype for the upcoming Undertale tournament. It will be exciting to see how the rankings compare to the actual results of the tournament. Without further ado, let's get started. So we have Sans as our first contestant here. Sans is just a really well-polished and well-made character. I had an absolute blast playing him. Very fun. Power-wise, I don't know if they're very powerful, to be completely honest with you. I think they're probably going to struggle a lot in the tournament, but if I had to take a wild swing at it, I'd say they'll probably do okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give Sans an A tier, and as things move on, I might move them around a little bit, but just to start things off, Sans goes straight into A tier. Next up, we're going to put Frisk on the board. Frisk was incredibly well made, very good moveset, an absolute blast to play. What I think is truly impressive is how they took a really generic character like Frisk. Frisk just is emotionless and just walks around and never speaks, and they were somehow able to come up with a really cool imaginative moveset for the character that works really well and has a lot of fun combos. I'm gonna go ahead and give Frisk an S. I think Frisk will perform fairly well in the tournament, and I think they were an absolute treat to play. Next up, we're going to do Undying. Undying was kind of a mixed bag. They're really powerful. I think they'll do fantastic in the tournament. And they were pretty fun to play as well. But the overall quality did leave a little bit to be desired. To be fair, it's not like I could make anything close to that level of quality, but just comparing it to the other stuff out there, it did leave a little bit to be desired. Personally, I think they're pretty solid, and just based on the fact that their moveset is so incredibly powerful, I'm gonna give them a B tier rating. Mad Dummy. Bro, Mad Dummy, dude. First of all, I can't believe someone made this a character. Like, there's a lot of characters in Undertale, and Mad Dummy, I just didn't expect them to actually be made into a character. They were a lot of fun. The fun factor was really high on this one. It just made me smile the whole time, just how ridiculous the character was. An absolute treat to play. I don't think they're very powerful at all, though. I can't see Mad Dummy doing very well in tournament whatsoever. So I'm gonna give him a B. If Mad Dummy gets past the first round, I will be impressed. That's all I have to say. Papyrus. Dude, Papyrus is such a goofy character in actual Undertale and Rivals of Aether. They really nailed the goofy factor for the character. Fantastic job from the devs. And Papyrus, he's just like really balanced. He doesn't like excel at anything, but he's not like bad in any way. Like, he's just middle of the ground. And honestly, that's all I really have to say about him. I think he'll perform somewhat well, and perhaps if he gets some fun little gimps, he might do kind of well in the tournament. So once again, I'm gonna give him a B tier rating. I think he'll definitely perform better than Mad Dummy though, so I'm gonna put him ahead of Mad Dummy. Mettaton. This character was questionable. I think out of all the Undertale characters, this character definitely left the most to be desired. I wouldn't say they're like super bad, but I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it. It was all right. It's cool that they exist, and I think it's great that, you know, anybody puts effort into these things to try to bring, you know, some of their favorite characters to the workshop. But I just don't see Mettaton doing very well in the tournament whatsoever. Kind of left a lot to be desired in a lot of categories. I'm gonna give Mettaton a D. Kind of hurts to say. Mettaton, okay. In Mettaton's defense, Mettaton has the greatest song in the entire game of Undertale. It is just so good. Death by Glamour, absolute banger. But we're not here to rank them based on their Undertale appearances. This is the workshop we're talking about. Annoying Dog. Annoying Dog was kind of like Papyrus and Mad Dummy. I was just smiling the whole time I was playing them. And once again, it's one of those cases where it's like, how do you create a whole moveset out of a character that just appears like twice in the game and makes some noises and floats around? But they came up with some good stuff, and I had a blast. Well made, movesets pretty decent. I think they'll do okay in the tournament. I don't think they'll have an issue in the tournament personally. So I'm gonna put them in B tier as well. Gaster. Gaster was super cool to see in the workshop. I had no clue who Gaster even was until I saw him in the workshop and I do some research on him for the video. Once again, Gaster is another character where it's kind of interesting to see how they came up with a moveset for him. There is no like in-game anything for Gaster. There's just descriptions of him like in text. So they use the text to come up with like cool ideas for moves for him, and they did a fantastic job. Gaster is so well made, the animations are clean, his sprite work is beautiful. He is just an absolute blast to play. He is one of my personal favorites out of all the Undertale characters. So I'm gonna put him in S tier. In terms of how he'll perform in the tournament, honestly, it's a completely mixed bag. His moveset feels like it has a high skill ceiling, and I don't know if a CPU will take advantage of that, but I have faith, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him in S tier. Asriel. Asriel had so much potential, and I say that because if you watched our video where we featured Asriel, you'll know that they're unfinished. The dev who was working on it just stopped working on it, and what we were left with was something that was really special, but unfinished. Asriel, since they're unfinished, they have a lot of Sandbert moves, and Sandbert's actually a pretty good character. So in the tournament, they actually might perform somewhat well, which would be kind of weird since they're not even finished. But what's left of Asriel was really enjoyable to play. The pixel art was incredible. So honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and give them a B tier rating, even though they're unfinished. If there was like a B minus, I'd give them that, but there isn't, so we're just gonna put them at B, like the very bottom of B. Let's rate I'm Sorry. I'm sorry, I don't really have a big opinion on this character. That I never encountered them actually in Undertale. I did do research on them for the video that we made on them, and their moveset is just, it's so goofy and silly. It's another character that just kind of made me smile. It's kind of funny that someone put so much time and effort into this character. They did a really good job. Like the pixel art's great, the animations are good. They're a very high quality character, and because of that, I'm actually going to give him an A tier. The fact that such a unpopular character receives so much love and care and dedication into creating a very well-polished character, there's a lot to be respected there for sure. 100% accurate Frisk. This is a meme character, low effort. At the same time, I mean, it's kind of high effort because like the way they were made was pretty interesting, the way they're programmed and like just the gimmicks about them and stuff. But once you kind of experience it, it's not like you're gonna play them a lot. So honestly, I'm gonna give them a C tier. I think they'll do very, very well in the tournament, but when it comes to everything else, it's just like whatever, dude. Like it was a good time, a good video, but it's kind of like a one and done kind of thing. Not like a character you boot up, you know, every once in a while and you keep playing them. OP Sans, also known as Korean Sans. This character was just absolutely goofy, very low effort, but still super cool to see that it exists. They're very, very powerful, but there's a caveat to them, and they're kind of like a cheat code, if you think about it. So we will have some special rules in place for OP Sans and 100% accurate Frisk because they do have special mechanics tied to them, but I don't want to reveal the twist quite yet. So you have to make sure you're subscribed for the tournament because you don't want to miss it. So subscribe, okay? I'm going to give OP Sans a C tier rating. Just stupid OP fun. Not somebody to actually play as like a person. All right, Kara. Kara is probably one of my favorite Undertale characters in the workshop. They have so many cool little Easter eggs and quirks and features and mechanics that are unique and incredibly high effort from the dev. Super fun to play, super fun to fight against, and they've been updated quite a bit since launch. I tried them back when they were more new. We've showcased all the cool updates over the years, especially the recent update with the new boss mode, which was awesome. Definitely go check out the video if you want to know more about that. Kara is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with in this tournament, and I'm a little scared, but at the same time, I'm also excited. So Kara gets an S, absolutely deserved. Gonna go ahead and plop it right there. 100%. Kara is just awesome. Now we're left with Flowey. At the time of recording this, Flowey isn't out yet, and I have had the opportunity to try them out before launch, and what I have seen has been absolutely incredible. Now, I can't show you everything the character has to offer just yet. You'll have to subscribe for the Flowey video when it's finally available to download. But I can definitely say they are pretty freaking cool. There is a lot of really awesome animations and moves, and the combos are just absolutely such a treat to play. I had an absolute blast, and I think Flowey also deserves an S, and I'm not just doing that to hype up the Flowey video. I think they're actually really cool. So make sure you tune in for the Flowey video because I think you guys are really gonna like it. All right, that's all the characters in a giant tier. I think it's kind of funny how together they make up the letter F because there is no F tier here. I guess F in the chat for your boy Metaton. But yeah, I have never done a tier list video like this before, so if you thought it was cool, let me know. We're definitely going to do one for Deltarune characters, so subscribe as we will be doing that very soon. But yeah, make sure you're all caught up on all the Undertale characters, all the Deltarune characters, because big things are coming. The tournament is almost here, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.